just outside of Dubois, Pennsylvania. In Clairville County is the Dubois Water Reservoir. The reservoir has a capacity of 615 million gallons of water. There are three tributaries that provide a steady flow of water into the reservoir, and they are Anderson Creek, Dressler Run, and Montgomery Run. Although the reservoir has supplied water to the city of Dubois for many years by itself, an addition of 4 deep water wells was added in 2015. We'll cover the beauty of the actual reservoir itself, for many times people simply go for a drive out in the country to drive by this particular reservoir and see the nature and the surrounding area. Fishing is not allowed, nor is boating, but fishing is allowed upstream and downstream in Anderson Creek with a good population of trout available. Hunting in the area is very popular as well, and this is where I actually learned to hunt and went hunting as a teenager. But the area is beautiful for a drive and bird watching, wildlife observation. It offers a really nice variety of colors throughout the seasons. There's an abundance of wildlife that you can encounter, anywhere from deer, fox, bear, your normal typical Pennsylvania wildlife variety, raccoons and possums and porcupines, etc. But also elk have been noted in the nearby farming fields as well. It's a very picturesque location, and there is a variety of birds that you can also observe, plenty of duck activity also. Like I said, great for wildlife observation. Timber Adventures attempted to get some great drone video, but there was almost constant harassment no matter where I was at the reservoir from several hawks, and I finally just called it quits, took a couple pictures, and retreated. The reservoir has run low a couple times throughout the years. Sometimes the flow can be as little as to leave a dry spillway. There's also a very nice historical marker at the site of the old blockhouse for the reservoir. The marker sums up the history of the reservoir very well. I'm not going to read it verbatim. The marker was placed in 2015, which was the same year that the deep water wells were dug for an alternative supply source for the town. In 1899, the Dubois Council determined that they would search for a nearby source of water or an area to dam up to use as a reservoir. The home camp area, which is what locals often refer to the surrounding territory around the Dubois Reservoir, it was heavily logged back in the early years. The town of Dubois was a center for the logging industry, and no doubt the home camp area was noted to have some very good level and surface area with several creeks and runs that provided an ample enough flow to create a dammed up area. Initially, the reservoir was constructed in 1903. 1903 was a very busy year in the area, as many railroad tunnels were also constructed in 1902 and 1903. In the early years, the dam was expanded in 1925 and then again in 1936. In the end, 210 total acres with a perimeter of about 5 miles. The drainage area into the lake itself, let's just say it's a marathon at 26.2 miles. I have some final pics that I want to share at the very end of this video. It's one of the highlights for anyone going to this area to enjoy. But first, as a child, when we would drive past the reservoir, I would ask my dad to drive over the old Ripple Bridge, which was at the old wooden constructed bridge at the far end where Anderson Creek ran into the large body of water. The bridge has long since been replaced now, but you can still find the old remnants of the block buttresses. They run underwater, and once in a while you'll see people fish off them. Yes, I know, I said no fishing earlier. But the original bridge remnants are still there in place and can be seen. There's also an area where the roadway dissects the reservoir between the actual main body and then a small area that runs into a shallow, boggy land. As a child, my father would drive through there and tell me that the water on the left was cold and the water on the right was hot water. I remember thinking how I felt hot water would have been a far bigger area, but hey, it was I but a kid. You really need to take a walk around the edge of the water and really soak in the environment. Get out there and enjoy. There's so many trees of every type, conifers, maples, oaks, various types of pines, and wildflowers. All around the sides and along the waterway, you'll find such a wide variety of flowers blooming with bright colors. And with these come insects of all different types, such as butterflies, bees of all different types, And this is such beauty that it's hard to capture, but I did my best. I hope you too can see that this place has an opportunity to commune with nature, see the sights that you can enjoy and share with others. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing. Give us a like, comment, and enjoy our videos. Stay tuned for more from Timber and Nessie. Cheers, and Timber Adventures shall forever be wondering. Thank you.